everybody, how's everyone doing? Happy holidays. I'm so super excited. We have a great show planned for you today, and of course I have my coffee mug of the day. You probably already know this if you follow me on Instagram, but I can't tell you how much I love holiday mugs. They make me so happy. But at any rate, you guys, we have such an exciting topic for you guys, and we've been getting a ton of questions on all the different platforms, and I thought, what a perfect topic, because we just closed November and numbers are in. We had a 7-figure year again this year, despite all of the craziness going on in the world, right? So I thought, let's share exactly how we built that brand, what we did differently during this year to kind of adjust for all of the craziness that was going on. And that's what we're going to be talking about today on the show. So if you want to know the 3 things that I built that I've always built my businesses on. I've built 6- and 7-figure producing businesses for over a decade. And there's 3 things that I always do, a COVID year or not, and that was no exception this year. I'm gonna share those with you today. And then exactly what we did differently this year that could be relevant in your businesses too and help you along wherever you are in your journey. And what you should be focused on for 2021 going forward. So keep on watching if that's what you want to hear about, and also pop me a little comment below. I want to tell you guys we're celebrating this huge news by doing some donations to your favorite charities. So put in the comments below what your favorite charity is, and I'm gonna wait 24 hours, and then we're gonna go through and we're gonna pick 2 of those charities to make a donation to. So let us know who your favorite charities are. Who would you like to give some extra money to this holiday season? We're here for it. It's our way of celebrating and another way that we can just give back in the world. So without further ado, if you are new to the channel, if you're watching this on YouTube or new to us here on Facebook, my name is Cyndi Williams. I have been in the travel business for over 25 years. I own and operate my own award-winning travel agency, and I'm the CEO of Careers on Vacations that helps people launch, grow, and supersize their own portable, profitable travel businesses. And this forum here in Facebook, we do live streams, and YouTube, we do additional content over there. I want to remind you, make sure you go over to YouTube, like, subscribe, and click that notification bell so you get all of our content that will help you also get motivated and excited about what you can do with your own travel business. We love bringing you that content on a regular basis. But today we're talking about how do I build a 7-figure business and how I built that and exactly what we did differently this year. So being the teacher and educator that I am, or coach, whatever you want to call it, I have some training tools that I prepared for us today I'm super excited about. So I first want to talk about those 3 focuses. So no matter what year you're in, these are kind of my 3 guiding principles for whatever I do in life, and in my businesses are no exception. So the first thing that I always focus on from day one is service. Exceptional service. And how cute is this guy? This is actually, like, my mom made these for me, and they're the little characters from the Gruffalo. Today there are training aids for the show, but exceptional service. And I'm going to tell you, you know, this is so key, having great service for your clients on a regular basis. I don't think that's going to be life-changing, but I'm going to tell you exactly how we interpreted that for this COVID year in just a few minutes. But exceptional service. The other thing that we always focus on is getting results. So whether we're talking about, you know, a travel agency client that's booking a vacation or their honeymoon, what's the result that they want? Are we not just meeting it, but exceeding it? And if it's our Careers on Vacation clients who are coming to us to say, Cyndi, teach me how to build, grow, and scale my travel business, how are we under-promising and over-delivering? How are we getting them results? If you focus on getting results for whatever customers you serve, you're gonna win all day long. We're gonna get into that a little bit further too, but getting results is really important, making sure that you are always focused and mindful of that. And then the third thing that I'm always focused on is marketing. You guys know, that's the actual Gruffalo, how cute is he? You guys, you know, I love a few things. I love travel, I love holidays, coffee mugs, earrings, but my second love after travel is marketing. I'm a marketing nerd. Marketing is the lifeblood of your business, and I purposely put this on the monster, right? The monster Gruffalo, because you need to have monster marketing in place, real marketing that's going to convert for your business. So these are my 3 focuses. And if you guys follow these 3 things for any business, I don't care if you're a plumber, I don't care if you're a hairdresser, I don't care if you're running a travel business, whatever business you are aspiring to do, if you follow these 3 things, these are my tried and true. If you're doing those at a high level, then you're gonna be successful. So I wanted to start there. And by the way, if you're, watching this video, maybe this is your first video and you're still kind of like, should I become a travel advisor? Is now the right time? Is it for me? I want to tell you about a free resource. You can go to careersonvacation.com/masterclass. We'll put that link below in the video description for you as well, over on YouTube. But take that free class if you're thinking about getting into the industry, because it goes through all the different ways to get into the industry. Some might be right for you and some might not be right for you, but it's a really good class to get oriented, understand what getting into the industry means, and how you can start your journey, and it's a totally free resource. We were getting just hundreds of questions about how to do it, so I just created that, so it's out in the world, so you guys can go watch that. It's super helpful. All right, so now let's talk about, so we're plugging along just like you guys. Travel agency has all these bookings going into the beginning of the year 2020, right? If you open 2020, I'm at Goal Digger Conference with all the travel entrepreneurs, and we're goal planning out our years. No one could have anticipated, enter stage left, here comes COVID, right? So what did we do differently during this time? So I think the first thing that we did, having run businesses for so many years and have been through, we had our service business in Houston, we had been through hurricanes and tropical storms and craziness that affected, we used to have a fleet of cars that would be out on the roads and things like that. That was a different business, it wasn't travel. But at any rate, I've learned how to deal through crisis and disaster. And it's funny, like some people get like really freaked out, and I know all of us got freaked out, so not to say that you shouldn't get freaked out, but because I've been through so many ups and downs in business through the years, whether it be a recession in 2008 or 9/11 in the travel industry, right? So there's been big things that have happened. So there's a pattern to which you recoup. There's a pattern to how you have a choice and how you respond to those things. So when this whole process kind of started happening, I've learned that it's really important to make sure your businesses are healthy and that you have some money in reserve. So luckily going into this year, we were able to go to our, kind of let's game plan it out. We don't know how long this thing's gonna last. We don't know what it's gonna mean. We don't know. So we were in the same place that you guys were. Like everybody was freaked out at the beginning of the year, but going into inaction is never an option for us. And entrepreneurs, right, you always are like, let me move forward and find a way over, around, under, what can we do? So the first thing that we did is we made a plan. We made a game plan, a 60-day game plan, a 90-day game plan, and we went to our staff and we communicated that plan. We said, guys, look, we don't know what this is gonna mean. Could it mean layoffs? Could it mean, job changes? Yes, it could mean all of that stuff. We just don't know yet. But here's the good news. We're a healthy enough company that we're gonna go business as usual for the next 90 days. And we're gonna monitor it. So we're not scaling back projects. We're not reducing marketing budgets. We're gonna modify messaging on the marketing, right? But we're not changing a lot. So our staff knew for the next 90 days, their pay wasn't gonna change, their life wasn't gonna change that much, and we were all gonna get engaged on focusing on the things that we could do, okay? So that communication with the staff happened first. And then from a service perspective, so now we go into, whether you're in crisis or not, what can we do service-wise? So I'm gonna go through in each category what we did. So from a service standpoint, of course, and a lot of you guys went through this on the agency side, your job was to cancel all of those trips that you worked so hard to book. But part of exceptional service is you take care of your client. you rise to the occasion. So not only did we cancel the trips, we got people on, you know, hey, we'll put you on a list for when stuff reopens again. We were their advocates for getting them refunds, you know, kind of getting out there and doing all of those things, and then helping educate and inform them on all of the things that were happening, right? So we went into overdrive mode knowing we were bleeding money, right? It was just, woo, flowing out, right? Cancel. So Disney's not open, like Hawaii, like you can't travel internationally. It was what it was. So you could sit in the pit of despair, as they say in the, wasn't that the Princess Bride reference? I don't know what's going through my head today, but you guys get what I'm saying. But we took the opposite approach. We said, let's do such a good job for our clients. Yes, this sucks, but it sucks for everybody. It's not just our industry. And we just did a really good job helping our clients and going above and beyond and doing what we could, getting them those refunds. And so effectively, we're creating relationships for life. And we've really seen that in the fall now. And I'm gonna get into some of our results in a little bit, but going into the fall, people are coming to us for the small trips that they used to book on their own, because they would come to us for the big trips, kind of the life changers, the bucket list stuff. But if they're going to Vegas for the weekend or going, you know, somewhere small, they're like, yeah, I can handle that. They're coming to us for everything because travel's fluid right now, because we built that relationship, because we took such good care of them during that crisis situation. So service is what we did. Now on the Careers on Vacation side, we did a ton of education. I just said to my team, I said, look, these communities have worked with us for years and to learn how to launch, grow, and supersize their travel businesses. What can we do? So we immediately went into what can we do for freebies? What can we do for resources? What kind of webinars can we give to our grad community? What type of crisis management tools can we create and provide and help support people? So we went into like giving a bunch of free stuff away to people that worked with us years ago and that people were working with us currently, because it was the right thing to do for no other reason than it was the right freaking thing to do, right? So we were working for free on that side of the company too, right? So, and then the other thing we did is like a lot of goodwill activities. We had a lot of people reach out, you know, we have partnerships with places like Travelify and, you know, other places that were like, Cyndi, can you come on as an expert and help people through this time? I can't even tell you how many shows I've done this year and guest webinars and expert panels, because it was just about keeping people's mindset where they were in a place that like they could get through the next day on some days, right? So, I mean, in terms of like the beginning of the year, I look back on it now, like what my plan was and what happened. I'm really proud of all the work that our team did. And it was just a lot of service, right? It's a lot of service, but looking back on it, I feel so good about this, because it wasn't necessarily stuff we got paid for, but you always get paid for it in the end, because people talk about how great you are. They talk about, you know, the resources, they refer you somewhere else. So that is not unused energy. So that's a good thing. So let's get into results now. So during this year, what do we do about results, right? So under promise, over deliver. With the that's my motto, like always under promise, over deliver. Whether you're selling a honeymoon vacation or you're helping someone with their travel business, you want to say, you know, hey, this is what it is. And then you want to surprise them with some extras. You want to surprise them with some bonuses. You want to get them a better result than they even imagined. So on the agency side, that was things like, let me call my business development manager and see if I can get this refund. Let me see if there's something I can do for this client. Can I get them a credit on this non-refundable thing? So you guys know, a lot of you who are doing your job at a high level, you were fighting for this with travel suppliers and all the stuff when it happened. And like the policies were changing every day. Like it was a hot mess, and some things are still a hot mess. But the point is, that's that results part of your job when you're talking about the travel agency side of the business. So that is getting results for your client, because if you got them money back and their neighbor didn't get money back on the same vacation, who's the hero? You are, because you got results, right? So that's what helps you continue to build your business. Now on the Careers on Vacation side, and I just want to say, like, kudos to all of you that signed up for classes in the spring and summer, who were like, oh, the world just went to crap and I'm going to give Cyndi all this money and her team, and let me set up a travel business for this unknown future, right? So kudos to you, because what did you do in that time frame. You did the same thing I did. You focused on what you can do. You focused on the gift of time. You focused on what you should be doing to prepare yourself for your future. So kudos, I just want to say kudos to our spring and summer especially, right? So what did those clients do? What do we help them do? We help them get their marketing in place. We helped them navigate the crisis. I have to tell you what, the people who were in the program in the thick of it, they got the best of the best. And now these are things that are incorporated in our program now. Like we have a whole module on crisis management, but they got to go, Cyndi, my client said this, and oh my gosh, this is happening. And what should I do about this? We got to get in the fire with them and help them. If you learn in the hardest time, the rest of it's like a breeze. So kudos to you guys who leaned into your future. You're getting the payoff. And then we positioned them in the market. We took that time. Even some of them that were brand new agents are positioned as skilled, professional, ready to serve you agents in the marketplace. So guess what happened when they made that decision and when we helped them with that and doubled down on making sure that they had everything that they needed? We had new agents and experienced agents coming out with more than $100,000 in sales before graduating our program. We had one experienced agent report 500% growth. We had a ton of people ranking top in Google in their marketplace due to our proven systems we have in place. And we have others that scaled teams that are now producing travel. So they did all of this groundwork, all of this foundation, and now they're reaping the benefits. So I don't have to like get on a soapbox about that. We have almost 100 case studies filmed. We have 94 and 95 that are loaded on YouTube, so you guys can go check those out, like every story that happened during COVID. Just look at the ones from the last few months. We filmed more case studies than like ever. So good for you. So the other thing that we did on the results front is, from a overall company standpoint, is we attacked a ton of project work that was waiting. Like when you were going into January as a travel agent or a travel agency owner, you had that list of stuff that you never get to, right? Like, oh, I wish I'd do this, or I wish I had time to do that. We went after that stuff like crazy. We attacked those projects with a vengeance, you know? So those are things that were really important to us to make sure we were moving forward. In fact, we even hired additional experts to help us with marketing, help us with different things that we had going on in the agency that were important to us for projects to move forward. So that's the other thing that we did. We never stopped. Like, we're like, okay, we can't focus on this right now because no one's booking travel, but what we can focus on is getting ready. So let me get into like the actual things that we did from a marketing standpoint on the agency side that will help you guys too, and I really want you thinking about. So what do we do to help this marketing monster? Before we get into actions that we did, I want to tell you my general rules of marketing that you should be following always, and a crisis is no exception, or whatever pops up in the world is no exception. So rule number one, you never stop marketing. You may modify your message based on current events, but you never stop marketing. Marketing is the lifeblood of your business. If you're not marketing, you're dying. If you're not marketing, you're not moving forward. Businesses don't stand still. They move backwards or they move forwards. So if you're not marketing, you're moving backwards, right? Never put yourself in that position. The other thing is, with marketing, there's always something you can improve. There's always better conversion you can get on a funnel. There's always better improving your marketing. There's always optimization that can be done or improved based on your analytics and stats and what's going on in the marketplace. The other thing is, use real marketing. Stop trying to DIY stuff. This drives me crazy. So as home-based agents, I know this is hard because you guys are like in a silo, you're at home alone, and you're like, how do I figure all this stuff out? I'm not a marketer. I didn't go to college for marketing, right? I was so fortunate in my career that I worked for a travel company that was also a marketing company. So I got to see how the big guys market. And so I've been in that world. I understand that world. So when I opened my own home-based agency, I applied those same big guy techniques to the home-based agency. That is why what we do is so powerful. Because even if you're a plumber or a cleaning service or restaurant or whatever you do, you need to market. Think about what's in your inbox we're coming out of Thanksgiving week, right? Or it's still Cyber Week right now, technically, I guess. You have 1 million emails right now. How many purchases have you made this week that have been prompted by a commercial, by something you saw on YouTube, by something in your inbox, by a flyer in your mailbox? Whatever the case is, that's marketing. Every business has to market, and not just like, I'm gonna post on Facebook or I'm gonna tell my friends and family. You have to use real marketing systems. And it's not just the upfront marketing, but once you capture that person's information, what do you do with it? So use the real marketing. That's really key. We always have had real marketing, but what we did is we really got in there and fine-tuned. We finally, you know, dug into stats like, this funnel's converting, this is not converting. Let's test something else. Let's do some A/B testing. Let's do some other things. So we got really good about doing that. So the other thing was, the other rule of marketing is making sure it's multifaceted. Do not put all your eggs in one basket. And let me tell you, like, boosting posts on Facebook is not gonna get it. Like, don't boost Facebook posts. Stop doing that. Stop it. Stop it. When I talk about real marketing, I'm talking about targeted audiences. I'm talking about how are you gonna convert them? I'm talking about, you know, who is your ideal client? Like, making sure those things match, and then how you warm them up and how you convert them. So anyway, but making sure that's multifaceted. Facebook could change your rule tomorrow, and even if you're doing great on Facebook, everything changes. So making sure you're optimizing not just on social, but have other marketing techniques in play. So we did like a full review of our marketing. We figured out where our gaps were, and that's what we worked on fixing during this time. So specifically, what did we do during this time period? People thought we were crazy. My husband was even like, are you sure you want to spend this extra money? We went out and hired 2 more experts. And we said, look, these 2 experts are going to not only help us with our, you know, overall what we do for our clients and careers on vacation, but they're going to help fix some things for the entire company. And so once we identified what those gaps were, we went out and found people that were the best at what they did and said, look, we want to kind of adjust these things. We want to make sure that we're market ready. We want to have results now. And then as soon as travel reopens, we want to come out like with all cylinders firing, like let's get everything ready. So we doubled down. So we've spent more money than we normally do during this time period to get those things done so we could be more efficient. Because here's what I knew. I knew that there was going to be a period of time that stuff happened, and I knew travel was going to have this staged reopening. So we were ready for when Disney opens. We still have like a funnel out there for when Disneyland opens. It's waiting. Come on, California, you can do it. But at any rate, when Hawaii opens, when international opens, having those things ready ahead of time is so important. So that's what we worked on during this time period, because we knew, because we had all of this loss in sales, how were we going to recoup from that in terms of getting things on the books and getting people that were ready to travel back traveling again. And then also modifying our marketing message, because not everyone's ready to travel. So how do you do that in a balanced way where you don't offend people? That's important too, because look, not everybody's ready to travel. I have people in my family who are like, you're crazy, I wouldn't travel right now. I have other people that are call me up and be like, can you get me to Disney next week? Sarah, I hope you had fun in Disneyland or Disney World. Great to see you while you were there. But at any rate, those types of things are what's out there. You got to reach the people that are willing to travel and not offend the rest of them. So having that balanced approach and improving your marketing, getting ready for the return is what we focused on. The other thing that we did as far as marketing dollars, the money we spend on marketing, we kept our budgets the same. We never for one day reduced our marketing. So you might say, well, Cyndi, you couldn't book anything. Like, there were months in the spring and into summer where we couldn't even book. Yeah, I know, but guess what you could be doing? You could still be collecting leads. You could still be fostering relationships. You could still be, there were a lot of activities, getting people on, you know, do you want us to put you on a watch list? Do you want to do different things? So we just adjusted our marketing approach during that time period. We still spent the same money, but let me tell you, I'm going to tell you why it worked in a second. 2 more things we did really quick. We doubled down on optimizing social platforms. So things like Facebook, YouTube, we're even testing over on TikTok, right? Instagram, making sure we're optimizing in those places. And then we also shared the Goodwill things that we had going on. We did a lot of Goodwill stuff. We did contests, we did freebies for both sides of the business. And we shared that we were doing those online. 1, because we love to share good causes and help where we can. But 2, it tells people the type of company you are when you're willing to do things that are goodwill and the right thing to do. So we shared that as part of our marketing package, if you will. So you might be asking, well, Cyndi, why did all this stuff work? Like, why were you able to attain, you know, this success with your brand despite COVID? So like, if you break it down, here's the things I want to share. One, we were ready the minute everything reopened. And there's still stuff that's not fully reopened, right? You have cruises, you have international, you have certain destinations. If you are a specialist in those areas, what are you doing right now to get ready the minute the announcement comes out that they're open? So we were ready the minute stuff opened. So we were like, sales funnel, start talking to people. What's the list of clients we can call that canceled this in the spring that might want to get rebookings? We were all over that. So making sure that you have a good strategy, that's why that part converted really well. The other thing was, all of you guys, not all of you, most of you stopped marketing. I can't tell you how many travel agent feeds I was on. I'm like, well, I'm shutting down for the year. I'm just giving up for a while, or I'm putting a pause button on it. Rule number one of marketing, you never stop marketing, right? So what happened when you guys took your advertising dollars out of the market, but mine were still there, is my same marketing dollars ended up getting double, triple, quadruple the results. Because how it basically works is, like, if you have an ad budget and there's more space out there, you're gonna get more like ad time and more ad reach, and it's less competition. So because we were able to take those same dollars but get more conversions from our ads, it was like, instead of putting, you know, even if I was putting like $1,000 somewhere, it was like putting $4,000 somewhere. So the results we were getting were like miraculous, both through that down period and now even into fall. We saw a little spike going into election season, and holiday season is a little bit of a mixed bag right now, but we knew that going into election season because people were fighting for ad space. So it cost us more in November, but I'll tell you what, just having closed November books, you guys, we had 2,400 new leads in November because I upped the budget just a little bit. I gave my marketing team, I said, I'm gonna up it a little bit to compensate for that first week of the elections. But because a lot of people, like, as soon as the elections ended, and because we had some really effective marketing happening, we had just record results in how many leads that we got. So that was really, really incredible because there's not a lot in the marketplace. So I'm not trying to hinder my business, but I'm just giving you like a secret. Like, your marketing dollars will go further right now if you're willing to market. And rule number one, don't stop marketing, you should be. The other thing was, we worked with experts to make sure we were on top of things, that we fixed those issues while we were down, and that we came out with everything operating on full cylinders, right? And the other thing was, going back to, if you're getting results, right, for your clients, if they're like, oh, my travel agent did this for me, or they did that for me, guess who else becomes a marketer for you? Your clients are talking about how great you are. So we're getting referral business. Our Careers on Vacation clients are like, oh my gosh, I worked with Cyndi and her team to launch my business. It was amazing. I sold $100,000 before I graduated the program. It was nuts. It's so crazy, right? They're doing the marketing, the advertising for us. Our results speak for themselves. Your results should speak for your company. So, you know, take that to heart, because that's really important. That's how the three of these things really work together and made the difference. We just did them at a really big level this year, and despite all the craziness going on. So that's exactly what we did, and I hope that's helpful. What should you be thinking about right now? First thing I want to tell you is stop thinking small. Please stop thinking small. Like, and this is a mindset thing, and so many people, I would say pre-2020, like maybe 20% or so of the people, I feel like my hair is a little crazy today, 20% of the people through our program would be like, Cyndi, just tell me the proven systems, I'm here for the results, I don't need any of that mindset stuff. You guys, this year has been a mindset year. Like, our people in our program, there have been tears, there have been breakdowns, there have been, I'm frustrated, there have been, I'm scared, right? I'm scared because of everything on the news. And it wasn't just COVID, it was like all the other crazy of 2020. Your mindset as a CEO has got to stay strong. Like, I've been doing this for so long, and I support people like in terms of level, but even I had days where I'm like, oh, I don't want to get off the couch. I got to stop watching the news, right? So it's one of those things with having those tools in your toolbox where you're like, okay, I gotta shift, I gotta pattern interrupt and fix stuff. Mindset is so important. So I want you to stop thinking small and stop putting like a lid on what you think is possible, because I promise you, whatever you think is possible, you can do it 10 times bigger. It's all relative, right? So making changes and staying motivated, but first thing is get on that path to what is the biggest vision for your life, and you are totally deserving and worthy of having whatever you want to accomplish, okay? I want you to also be encouraged by the fact that there are vaccines in trucks right now on their way to the first people. There is a plan in place to get vaccinations right out over the next 4 to 6 months. So that is a really good and promising thing. There's so many things that are open right now. You don't have to wait to sell travel. We have clients right now who are in Mexico, who are in Punta Cana, who are in Hawaii, who are in Disney. People are traveling because not everybody's open to that, and that's okay. Be respectful of that in terms of your clients, but you don't have to wait. If you reach the clients who do want to travel right now, there are so many people that have had cabin fever, and going into 2021, even if they're not ready right now, they are willing, I tell you, or they're willing to put deposits on for summer or late spring or early fall, right? Because they know they can see the tail end of this thing kind of happening now, and also, right, the travel suppliers have made stuff refundable and they can get deposits back, and it's a much easier climate for them to make a buying decision. So you should be building your book of business up right now and also selling right now. So take some of those those limiting beliefs, like get those off. They're like blinders, and just like open up your world. The other thing to be encouraged by is people didn't vacation much this year. A lot of people are rolling over vacation time because they've been working from home. People have also had a year of reflection, is what I'm calling it. Like, what if I never got to Hawaii? What if I never got to Italy? They're moving those bucket list trips to the top. Like, tell me when this opens so I can, get a deposit and we can plan for it for next year or whatever the case is. So be encouraged by those things. Those are great signs, right? And the fact that people are selling right now, go watch our case studies and see what's happening in the world, and let that encourage you. Don't let it's not to make you feel bad. It's to show you what's possible and what you can be capable of if you shift and have not just the right mindset, but tools, and get all of your ducks in a row for moving forward towards your dream of having a portable, profitable travel business. So what are some, the other thing is get help with the things that you need to fix. These are probably not a surprise. You probably had these same problems before COVID started. So it's not like it's not going to be a news flash for you. Do you have real marketing? Do you have a marketing machine, a monster that's delivering leads to your company every single day? That's what you need to make a huge transformation. Getting help with those things. Do you have mindset challenges? Getting help with that. Do you have a mentor that's doing exactly what you want to do in a big way? And listen, if it's not me, that's okay. You don't hurt my feelings. I'm glad you're watching this video, and I hope it makes you a millionaire, right? But I hope that you were able to learn a little bit about what we do and how we approach business, which is service, right? Always exceptional service, getting results for the people that we help, and marketing, helping people with marketing. So, if you are, at Careers on Vacation, we're passionate about your results. I'm a mentor that has done what you want to do. I'm guessing most people that come to us, we specialize in helping people scale to 6 figures and beyond in their travel business. So I have a 10-year track record of 6 and 7 year businesses, and a 7-figure year in a pandemic. Are you kidding me? That's nuts. I'm so proud of my team. I can't even tell you, but that's just to illustrate. But the biggest thing I think is I'm just a mom, guys. I'm like so many of you. I have 3 kiddos. We have a busy life. I just know how this is my area of expertise, and I'm so passionate about sharing it with you and helping you get results too. So again, go check out the 100 case studies. But if this is resonating with you and you're like, Cyndi, I've been sitting on this dream of starting or really getting serious about growing my travel business, consider applying for Careers on Vacation. We have a new agent track where we'll teach you how to set everything up perfectly from the beginning so you can have the most results. If you're experienced and you're struggling, you will go on our experience track, and we work with you to fix and troubleshoot whatever's going on, get those proven systems in place, and get you maximized for success as you move forward into 2021. So guys, I hope this was helpful for you today. I want to remind everyone we are celebrating this big win by giving some money away to your charities. So I want you to take a moment and just pop your favorite charity down in comments for me. And I'm gonna go through tomorrow. I'm gonna wait 24 hours and then we are going to make a couple donations to charities that you guys tell us about. Tell me why you're passionate about that charity, and we're so happy to share that goodwill this holiday season. And last but not least, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. That really helps us out over on YouTube. And with Careers on Vacation, by the way, I want to give you I'll put the link below. If you want to apply for Careers on Vacation, want to work with me and my team, then go to careersonvacation.com/ready now and you can apply for the program. And I will tell you, we have the biggest class ever kind of wrapping up right now, and we only have a few spots in the next round to get enrolled. So please get your applications in early, and so we can help you really build the most amazing 2021. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for all of your comments. I promise, I don't have my glasses on right now, but I'm gonna go back and read all of the comments both on YouTube and Facebook, and we'll see you guys next week. Have a great week, guys. Bye. Hey guys, Cyndi Williams here. If you like that last video, make sure you check out my other content to help you grow and scale your very own travel business. And also, I invite you to travel around the world with me and find out what I'm doing in my portable, profitable, award-winning travel business. Check out the videos.